That was the other thing was that being that I have 4 different network marketing businesses aside of me being a federal officer for almost 30 years, the first thing I've noticed that people say, "Oh, we've been friends, so you got to give me a discount," not knowing that I've taken the time. You should notice, folks. She took a sip. She was about to take a sip of brandy on that one.
You just said some cuss words.
I did not.
Hook a sister up. Hook a brother up. You won't go to your friendly colonizer down the street. Yes, I said it.
She said the word.
I said it. And say, hook me up.
Whoop, whoop. She said the word. She's not afraid.
No.
Did y'all see that?
They will give you a price. You will take it or you won't. You do very little haggling unless they're selling you a car. And I don't know if you haggle then, but if it's a black person, you want to hook up. If you can't get a hookup, you get mad. You won't do business with them. You'll go pay full price down the street with somebody who is Caucasian. Okay? I need you to just think about that. And, just think about that.
Give me a second. Let's give me a second. All right. Now, that was your trade from Know the Ledge Second. He gives you hardly no time at all. Love him. But anyway, that's another reason why Via Novus is so important. It's so important. Is because
I think you're giving me my editorial for December.
Okay, well, let's keep it going then.
That's what it's going to be.
I said Via Novus is so important because we will go out and spend our money in places or for people and for designers, Michael Kors, Tommy Hilfiger, and other people who really cannot stand us, but they like our money. They'll talk crap about us, but they like our money. They hate us, but they will sell us our products, and we will stand there just as proud wearing their names and so forth. That's why I think it's really important that Via Novus puts some of that pride and empowerment back into our community.
Right.
So I believe that, something I heard someone say once before is when you're expecting something that's good, but when you get a surprise, it's something that you didn't know you wanted until you had it.
Okay.
So I believe Via Novus is going to be that surprise for a lot of people.
That's what I'd like.
If I can find someone, if I can hire them and say, this is what I need for you to come in. I have a very important event in my home. I'm willing to pay you the money. I have to keep going back to that, something that's happened to me. That dude could have gotten $1,000 from me. I had a cleaner that came in here, and she went above and beyond. I was only supposed to pay her $500.
Right.
I ended up paying her $1,000.
See what I'm saying?
Because I could not believe that she went above and beyond.
And they don't know. They do not expect their neighbors to appreciate them or to appreciate their wealth, their worth. And maybe not everybody can in a financial way. But if you really do something big and you can go tell 5 people and 4 of those people hire them, that's finance.
That's how I ended up hiring her, because another sister told me about her, how this lady worked miracles. We ended up flying her in from North Carolina. And when she came in, I was holding my breath because this was at the height of my depression where I was just hiding. I thought she was going to come in, be afraid, and walk away. She said she looked at the place, she looked at me, she looked at the place, and she looked at me, and she said in her heart she felt that this was not me. When I tell you that lady took my soul out of the depths of the dirt only because she cleaned my house like it was nobody's business. We became friends. I've hired her more. I actually looked for her before I used this person. And she didn't answer her phone, and the time had run out. But again, if I had something like Via Novus in this area where I could look it up, not Groupon, but Via Novus, where I could say, you know what, they have people who do all kinds of stuff. Let me look it up. Boom, here's this person.
Right. Keep it in the community for a couple of cycles before we go out.
I kept it in the community, but I found it from this place. So I have nothing. I can't go to Groupon and say, oh, this guy was crap. I can't do that. You know why? Because I try to honor him.
Right.
By hiring him outside of Groupon.
But I think if you really honor
Groupon
him,
takes a chunk of the money.
Right, have a conversation with them.
Take a chunk. Oh, sorry, did I say that?
Yeah.
The people take a chunk of the money because he was saying to me, like, if you clean the stove for $40, he only gets 17 of it. What the hell? Not even half.
They got some big prices.
Not
like that.
even half. So it's something like Via Novus, which is almost like a Groupon when you think about it. Can be like Groupon, who's doing it for free. advertising your business, you get the job, you get 100%. You have satisfied our community, and you've made money.
Right.
What do you get from it?
The satisfaction of doing that part. There's some things you just know you're supposed to do, that you're in line to do, that you have the skill set to participate in, as well as on a business aspect. I do, and I'm not falling out of love with it, but the thing is, I have a flyer in the magazine. But now I'm more interested in the magazine and the TV thing than I am that. But
okay,
I have,
so
but I can't.
Jobs
it creates
to for companies who don't want to pay the colonizer
or can't
advertising and so forth. That you will handle that part of it and for a percentage.
And I've got my own flyers to add up my 100 people with your 100 people, your 100 people, your 100 people.
Right.
I'm getting paid off by having an expanded population. But I also started a crowdfunding campaign. So I really want to do the nonprofit status.
Explain crowdfunding.
Crowdfunding is a fundraiser, but it's almost like a group of people who invest in business.
So when you say invest in business, they're looking to get something out of it. So if I take my $10 investment and go and put it in with a group,
it's just believing in this business. That's what it is. Now, the perks that I've added as a business owner, if you donate at the perk level, then there's a certain level of promotional things that are not the general ones that everybody gets.
When you say promotional things, you mean like if I donate like $50, I'm not saying that's the amount. I don't know the amounts for your crowdfunding. Right. It's probably, I'm pretty sure it's less than $50.
Well, it starts low and it goes high, but depending on how high it is, you actually have stake in the game where you're making decisions with me. Like I cycle out advertisements after 2 or 3 months of running them. I have something new. If you're a paid sponsor, you're in there every single month for a year.
Because I'm not paying you. I'm getting my stuff in your magazine for free.
And I even have a telephone conversation, 30 minutes with some of them, and I'm willing to use that as promotional, like get their voice and create a commercial.
I'm glad we did not shut this interview down because people need to know how it works. They really do. Okay, so basically, if I'm not donating, crowdfunding, or anything like that, I still can call you, give you my information, get in your magazine, but I'm not going to stay in your magazine. So I might see a uprise in the attention that my business is getting because I was shown for free. Now I'm excited. Now I want to be getting your crowdfunding because I want to be in there for a longer period of time.
On guaranteed,
so how much would I have to give you?
I'd have to look at I have so many different levels and combinations of stuff. I'd really need to look. If you go to Indiegogo, INDIEGOGO.com and put in via NOBIS, you're going to find my crowdfunding. It's called, or put in When Via Meets Indiegogo. And there you will see my crowdfunding campaign, and you will see the list of perks. And
you got merch?
I think Indiegogo does all that. They use something else though.
No, do you have merchandise like via NOBIS MAGZ, T-shirt?
There's a segment for T-shirts, bumper stickers. There's a couple of things, little phone rings, the one you stick on the back of your phone. They're not very expensive because we really don't want to recycle all of the money into the gadgets and the produce. We want to recycle. We want to do the exchange on how we network with you. That's why I've already set up a think tank. So there are certain levels. Okay, you have access to the think tank to help us continue to plan and promote and design, what we're doing with the Omni Media magazine. So I really am asking you to invest for participation.
Got you.
To participate, because it is by way of us.
Right now.
You don't have to be black.
No, I understand that. Because, look, there are a lot of people who are not black who understand how much a black dollars are worth. So.
And a black company, a company that's not black, that still works in union, with the black community. They're in the magazine. They could be in the magazine too. Their ads.
Got you.
So it's not all black. It's to promote of color. And if that's what you do,
so let me say this. So if Universal Blossomings, look forward in the future, if Universal Blossomings became a crowdfunder and said to you, my folks are asking for a female with an afro with NOBIS MAGZ on the headband, probably in gold and black or something like that. How would that go about? I could probably find somebody on your website.
I could create that, but I do actually have promo offerings set up so that I can take a picture of your choice, and if it's a real person's picture, you know, I prefer it to be yours because that way, you know, we won't get in trouble.
I was thinking about a blacked out head with an afro with a headband on it that said NOBIS MAGZ.
Whatever.
I mean, it could be somebody else's line of clothing, like a black entrepreneur who has a t-shirt line.
That can work.
That
can negotiate it.
Such as, I don't know, the chest piece.
Sleep.
Anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you right now, I do not spend my money on Tommy Hilfiger. I do not buy my Kors. I do not buy Polo. I personally do not. I'm not saying that everybody in my family is like me, but I personally do not. But because I feel like if I'm going to buy a label, I want to buy my own. If I'm going to buy a label, I'm going to support my sister, my brother.
Right.
Who's an entrepreneur and trying to get their business out there.
Right.
So
got a few of those on NOBIS too.
Exactly. Okay, so if I'm just saying, when I was thinking about just now, I don't know, in my mind it's like NOBIS partners with blah 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 to bring these t-shirts, because you know what, merch is not your thing.
Right.
So if you sister with someone, or you know, come into a business relationship with them, that you know, you get 70, I get 30. One, because NOBIS is on there, it's bringing the people, and you're making it.
Right, right. Whatever's gonna be successful for both of us.
Dang, there's so much potential.
Well, and if they're doing the work, then I wouldn't be looking for 70. Right. They're just using the logo.
No, I said 70-30.
Oh, okay. I'm 30. Okay, yeah. Gotcha. All right.
Okay, so I think the questions that that came up, you know, we can probably edit this so it'll go a different way, but
right.
Or we could just leave it live and say this is what we are, people. This is it. Yeah. So I can't think of any other questions that if I was somebody brand new to NOBIS MAGZ and looking for some type of an advertisement, want to get involved, want to become a crowdfunding. I can't think of any other questions that they may have, but if you have something, and this is it, I promise you folks, this is it. No more questions after this. Go.
If I have something, what do they need to do?
Yes, absolutely.
Send me a message on the Facebook fan page. Send me an email. It's Sheila at Via Nobis Magz. That's VIANOBISMAGZ.com. Or there's another one, URVIA2. So it's YOUARE. Yeah, just to make sure I didn't shorten it. VIA, the number 2, at ViaNobisMagz.com. DM me on Instagram at ViaNobis MAGZ. Everything is at NOBIS MAGZ, at NOBIS MAGZ.
Well, thank you. I know that you drove quite a few hours to come here to be with me and my family as I was introduced and to my brand new grandbaby coming in from Japan, my daughter. Thank you, Gigi Ma.
And my great-grandbaby.
And my best friend for a long time. And if you don't get on my nerves, many more years to come.
I'm going to get on your nerves for many more years.
Okay, man, let's show that by 1 year.
Okay.
Anyway, love you, girl. Thank you for doing this interview.
No, thank you. I appreciate
folks, look towards growing your business.
Yes.
Growing your followers.
Your brand and networking. You're behind off.
Exactly.
Let's having a
ball. Do this, people. Let's do this. There's nothing to it but to do it. Thank you once again. One love.
Out.